Hi class, we're Team 1 and we will be presenting our employee turnover prediction. So starting with an introduction, my name is Adrian Bedolla. This is my second year in the MBA program, and my current profession is a marketing assistant at the SRC on campus.
Everyone, my name is Gabe Villanueva. Um, this is my second year as an MBA student, and I'm currently a graduate assistant at CCB for the athletic.
So discussing a quick table of contents, we'll start with the introduction and purpose of the prediction model, then move on to the methodology, the analysis, and then finish with a discussion. Starting with the introduction, this project was developed to create a predictive model for employee turnover intention using survey data and creating a multiple regression analysis. To create the model, we created a survey with questions based around different factors that might influence an employee's decision when leaving a company. The data that we collected from this survey was used to create the regression analysis, and we used that analysis to then create a predictive model to determine employee turnover. As far as purpose of this prediction model, it's basically to understand the reasons why employees decide to leave a company. And it's important for organizations to understand these reasons because they can change the way that they run their business in order to improve retention, reduce costs, and enhance workplace morale and productivity. Moving on to methodology, we created a Google Forms survey that consisted of 12 questions based on three fundamental topics. These three topics were job satisfaction, recognition from managers, and work-life balance. The questions were presented to respondents in a way that they were asked to rank the statement from 1 to 5, 1 being strongly disagree and 5 being strongly agree. The questions in our survey that related to job satisfaction were statements like, I feel satisfied with the overall nature of my job responsibilities, and I find my work to be meaningful and fulfilling. Questions that related to recognition from managers were, my managers regularly acknowledge and appreciate my work, and I feel valued by my manager for the work that I do. In terms of work-life balance, some of the questions the respondents were asked were, my organization supports a healthy balance between my work and personal life, and I have enough energy and time outside of work to engage in the activities that matter most to me. We also included an independent question regarding specifically to turnover intention. And this question was, I often think about leaving my current job for another opportunity.
Okay, for the analysis, just like Adrian said, the question that we felt like it was more of a red flag to kind of analyze was the one I often think about leaving my current job. So for the questionnaire, we got over 105 um, employee responses for this. And then so for response one, strongly disagree, we had 25 employees that strongly disagreed with the statement. For option two, just disagree, we had 20 employees disagree. And then on the neutral zone, we had 19 employees, neither agreed nor disagree. And then for option number four, agree, we had 20 employees agreed that they often think about leaving their current job, and then strongly agree. Um, we had over 17 employees strongly agreed. So kind of like it was kind of across the board. We didn't really have a question that kind of a response that kind of outstood all the other ones. It was kind of even. Continuing on with the regression analysis. So this is our regression table. Um, we had predictor variables um, for the constant job satisfaction, work meaningfulness, and resource support. For the regression analysis, it shows how different the factors influence turnover intention. For example, better resource support reduces turnover intention, while increased manager appreciation may sometimes heighten it, possibly due to unmet expectations. And then the constant represents the baseline turnover intention when all factors are minimal. And then some variables like work alignment um, had no significant impact. And these insights helped us make our analysis. Next slide, please. For the discussion, according to our analysis, for resource support, we found a negative coefficient. Greater support reduces turnover intention significantly. For manager appreciation, we found a positive coefficient, um, which increased appreciation correlates with higher turnover intention. So it possibly reflected the dissatisfaction with the recognition. And then for performance feedback, we found a positive coefficient, which indicated a positive relationship with turnover intention. And then on job demands, for the positive coefficient, we found a positive coefficient, which correlated with a higher demands are associated with increased turnover intention. Next slide, please. And so for the conclusion, based on the analysis for job satisfaction, it seemed to be a main factor in employee decisions when employees are dissatisfied with their job. They're more likely to feel disconnected from the organization. Lack of fulfillment, poor management, and feeling undervalued contributed to the disconnect and eventually led employees to turnover. This reduced productivity, workplace toxicity, and personal well-being are also factors that stem from job dissatisfaction and are also factors that contribute to dissatisfaction. I'm sorry. Um, and then for some ways to help combat it and reduce the employee turnover, um, we had some resources. So one, enhance employee engagement. So one, create a workplace culture where employees feel connected to the company's mission and to their coworkers. Two, improve management practices. So which will consist of training managers to recognize and appreciate employee efforts and create an open communication policy with their team. Three, promote work-life balance to avoid bombarding employees with excessive workloads and create realistic deadlines. And then four, um, provide growth opportunities, training programs, mentorships, and development opportunities are ways to hire within and create loyal employees who feel the organization values to them. So we kind of felt like those were some of the biggest ways that could help with the turnover. And this concludes our presentation.